Today's story is called Cheer Up, Jeff. Once upon a time there was a very friendly giraffe called Jeff. Jeff was very, very tall with long legs and a very, very, very long neck. It was so long that Jeff could easily reach up to eat all the lovely leaves right at the top of the trees. He really enjoyed munching on all the nice fresh leaves for his breakfast, lunch and dinner, and all the other jungle friends could often hear him crunching and munching as he ate them. However, despite having a lovely long neck, fresh leaves and lots of friends, Jeff was a little sad. Jeff was so tall that he couldn't see what all his friends were playing down on the ground of the jungle. However, his friends liked Jeff just the way he was and decided that they wanted to try and cheer him up. Clive the crocodile suggested a sports day. Jeff has such long legs, he said. He will be able to beat all of us in a running race. Surely that will make him feel happy. Great idea, everyone said, and they began to organise it. The big day finally arrived and everyone was very excited. First was the running race. They all lined up ready to run. First was Peepo the monkey. Next to Peepo was Reggie the elephant. And next to Reggie was Rosie the pink flamingo. And of course, next to them all was Jeff the giraffe. The king of the jungle lion was ready to start them off. He shouted, "Ready, steady, go!" And they all began to run. Peepo was out in front, swinging through the trees as he went. Behind him came Rosie the pink flamingo, using her wings to gain speed, with Reggie the elephant thundering along behind. But where was Jeff? He was nowhere to be seen. Just then Tiki the parrot, who was flying high above the trees, could see where Jeff was heading. Jeff was running in the opposite direction. Oh no, poor Jeff was so tall he couldn't see which way he had to run. He'd run the wrong way. How about we try the high jump next, said Reggie the elephant. With Jeff being so tall, he's bound to be really good at jumping up high. Everyone agreed, and they all set about building the high jump, balancing a large branch between two trees. All the animals lined up to take their turn at the high jump. First went Peepo. He ran, but instead of jumping, he ran to the tree and swung up the branch, so he was out of the race for cheating. Next went Rosie the pink flamingo. She flapped her wings harder and harder, but she just couldn't get her other leg off the ground. It was no good. She just couldn't make it over the high jump. Next was Jeff's turn. Everyone stood back and watched as his long legs began to run. They got faster and faster and faster until it was time to jump. Jeff took a great leap into the air, but he couldn't get his very long legs and very long neck off the ground and ended up in a big heap on the floor. His legs and neck were all tangled up together. All his friends ran over to him and helped him back to his feet, but Jeff wandered off into the jungle looking sadder than ever. Oh no, his friends said. We thought our sports day would cheer Jeff up, but it's made him the saddest we've ever seen him. Just then it started to rain. Not little raindrops, but huge raindrops. and soon the whole jungle was filled like a big lake. Reggie the elephant thought it was brilliant, as he loved squirting everyone with the water from his trunk, but the other animals were not so happy. Lion's mane was dripping wet, and Rosie's beautiful pink feathers were brown in mud. The only animal who could escape the water was Peepo the monkey, because he could climb into the trees and shelter amongst the leaves. "You need to get up into the trees," called Peepo to the other animals. "How?" they all asked. "We can't climb trees like you." "Do we have a ladder?" asked Clive the crocodile. "No," said Lion, "but we do have a very tall giraffe with very long legs and a very long neck. We could see if Jeff's neck would act like a ladder, and we could climb up it and shelter from the rain in the trees." But Jeff was nowhere to be seen. "I'll find him," cried Tiki, and off she flew. Tiki soon found Jeff and explained out all the other animals really needed his help, and soon Jeff and Tiki were making their way back to the other animals. When they reached the other animals, Jeff could see Clive the crocodile hanging onto a tree for fear of being washed away by the water. Jeff bent down next to Clive and said, "Climb on my back." So Clive climbed on Jeff's back, and as Jeff stood up, Clive went higher and higher into the trees. Once Jeff was upright, Clive used Jeff's neck like a ladder and climbed to a dry branch in the trees. Jeff then helped Rosie, Lion and Reggie to dry branches up in the trees too. Just then everyone noticed Jeff had a huge smile on his face and was looking very happy indeed. "My long legs and my long neck have helped save the day," shouted Jeff, and everyone cheered. Just then the rain stopped, the sun came out, bright beautiful sunshine, and dried up all the water. And through the trees all the animals could see a beautiful bright coloured rainbow, and everyone cheered again. Hooray! Hope you've enjoyed my Story Stone story. Catch me again for another story.